Kilo dejo. Kilo dejo.
What's up, YouTube? Cold Ass Ice Princess coming at you from Minnesota. And today I'm going to be taking you on a little journey of West Africa. I'm cooking for friends and family, my brothers, my son's godmother, my nephew. So they all requested cassava leaf and palm butter. And for my little brother, I'm making him Jollofrice with fried chicken. I already cut up my vegetables that I'm going to grind up. Sweet peppers, habanero peppers over here. Yellow and orange bell peppers in the middle. And then I have this leaf that I got from the African store. It's called a palm leaf. I'm going to put this in my palm butter to make it more tasty. I got accent. I got thyme. This is fish that's been soaking overnight. This is bony. It's a fish. I got salt. I got Maggi. I got chicken broth. I got my palm oil, tomatoes, tomato paste, garlic, peanut butter, garlic powder, black pepper, and the rice back there. And over here, I've already started. I just washed my goat and my smoked turkey necks. And I put in there a little thyme, a little black pepper, a little onion, a little of the habanero, some accent, and 2 Maggi cubes. So I'm going to close this up and let this start cooking. So what I'm doing now, I cut up my chicken. I cut up 2 chickens. I took off all like the dirty stuff, and then I'm soaking it in apple cider vinegar, and this is the one I use. So now I have in here, starting from the bottom, onion, my bell pepper, not bell pepper, but yellow and red sweet pepper, and that's optional. That's what I want to do. And then I have my 2 habaneros. I have my bony fish and more pepper. And then I put in a little water, and I'm going to blend this up. And I'm going to turn it off to blend it up because I don't want it to be all in your ear. This is what it looks like after it's all blended up. I just added a little bit more water, and then I'm going to use this for both the cassava leaf and the palm butter. So what I'm doing right now, YouTube, I'm frying my chicken. This is the chicken that we poached earlier. I don't know if I showed you me poaching the chicken, but yeah, this is the chicken. This is the goat. This is the turkey necks, and in there I have turkey legs. So I'm frying the chicken kind of hard, but not too hard. And then I'll start adding in the vegetables and the palm butter. And I'll show you. So now, YouTube, I took my broth that I had cooked my smoked turkey. And when I steamed the chicken, this is my broth that came from both those meats. And then I'm going to take some of my mixture that I mixed up with the onions, the habanero peppers, the sweet peppers, the thyme, the chicken bouillon, salt, and black pepper. And I'm going to put some of this over here and let this cook. And after this cooks, then I'll add the palm butter. I think that might be enough for my cassava leaf. I hope. I don't know. Pour a little bit more. Also, I'm going to put one of these palm leaves in here too. So this is the leaf that I'm gonna drop in and let cook. And then afterward, I'll take that out. I was gonna use bay leaf because bay leaf, I know my West African friend put bay leaf in hers, but I have this leaf now from the palm tree, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. So I wanted to show y'all, this is my cassava leaf that I showed you earlier in the bag. I put mine in the blender before I cook it, and I grind it up more so it'll be more powdery, more fine than like chunks that would get caught in your teeth or something like that. So yeah, this is what I do to mine. So this is the palm butter that I'm using. I got it from the my local African market, and it was $3.99. So I'm going to open this and put that in here. So this is what the palm butter looks like once you pour it out of the can and into your pot. And then I'm just going to let this cook until all the oil floats to the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this palm oil from here, put it in a dish and set it aside and use it for my cassava leaf later. So yeah, I'm just going to let this cook. And this is the palm butter. And I would you can normally add your meats in now, but I'm gonna add my meats in when everything's done, because I feel like I don't want it to be more softer. I want the meat to be kind of tough. Also over here, I've been washing my rice. This is like my 4th time washing it. So I'm gonna keep washing my rice until the water is clear, and then I'll start cooking my rice. So this is my smoked turkey leg that I cooked. This is like all the bones and stuff that I don't want, and some of the skin. And then I just sort of took it, just sort of made it in pieces because I only had 2. And so, and I want everybody to be able to get some. So that's why I did it like that. And over here is my palm butter. I know it's done because all the oil has came to the top. And so what I'm going to do is take my spoon and just start getting some of this oil out of here. And I'm just going to put it over here in this right here. Okay. So this is the leaf that I'm taking out of my palm butter. And this is the oil that I got off. And I'm going to try and get some more oil off in a little bit. So I added my meat in and I stirred it up, and then I added some of my turkey broth and some of my other broth that I had because I didn't want to use water. I want to use the broth because it's full of flavor. So my palm butter is just about done. I'm just going to let it all get together a little bit, and then I'm just going to take it off the fire. So I just poured in my palm oil, the one that I got from my palm butter that I cooked over there. And I'm going to go ahead and start cooking the onions and tomato. I mean, not tomato, sorry. The onions and pepper and the ground fish and the Maggi. And all those ingredients that I put in here when I had it in the blender. So I'm just going to go ahead and start cooking this, okay? Be right back. So this has been cooking for about 15 to 20 minutes. And what I'm going to do now is add some peanut butter in it. This is peanut butter. It's not sweet. You don't want to use the sweet peanut butter. You want to use the like all natural peanut butter that doesn't have you don't want to use something with a lot of sugar in it like Jif or Skippy or something like that. You want to use something that don't have a lot of sugar in it or no sugar at all. And then I want to also tell you guys while I have you here that cooking this palm oil, it's like a very aggressive oil. You have to constantly clean and wipe down everything. And since I've been cooking, I think I kind of burnt myself a couple of times. Not really burnt myself, but I touched against the pot. Like that oil, this oil can be very, very, very messy. And then another thing I wanted to tell y'all, like I use the bony fish instead of the crayfish. Traditionally, I believe you would use the crayfish, some sort of crayfish, but the crayfish that we've been getting here in Minnesota have been full of sand. So it's like I don't even really want to use them or try to clean the sand off of them. So that's why I've been using the bony fish for mine. So I just put in my cassava leaf. I'm just stirring this up a little bit. I'm going to turn the fire on high and let it cook for a little bit. And if I need to add some of this broth over here, because I have broth still that is really good and flavorful. And I'm going to let this cook. And then after it's done, I'm gonna put some palm oil in it and let it cook some more. And another thing I'm also gonna do that I'll show you guys before I forget, this is baking soda. So when it starts to boil up and the color starts to change a little bit, I'm gonna put some of this baking soda in it because it will help the color to stay nice and green. So I added in the palm oil, and now I'm just gonna stir it around, and then I'm gonna let this cook for like 10 or 15 more minutes. And if it thickens up, I'll add some of my broth. But the way it is now is good, and it's gonna get a little. So here's the cassava leaf. It's done. It's how I want it to be. If it's dry or anything, I'll add some of my broth. So I'm gonna put in some baking soda. Some baking soda. And stir it around. Oh, this is aggressive food. For real, it will pop you like crazy. Now that my cassava leaf has turned to be like this, where the oil is floating on top, I'm gonna put in chicken and the goat and the turkey. This is cabbage. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make jollof rice from my little brother who wants jollof rice with chicken. And I'm going to put the cabbage into this palm oil that I'm heating up. So this is my cabbage right here that I showed you guys. And I'm going to put in my my base, which was for the jollof rice for my brother, tomato paste, tomatoes, thyme, onion, pepper, beef bouillon, and I believe that's it. I didn't put any dried fish or anything in his because he's allergic to fish, so he can't eat anything that come from the sea. What I'm doing now is pouring the rice in. I just poured the rice in to make my brother's jollof rice, and my son made him a little dish of the cassava leaf and rice right there. So I just put a bay leaf in the middle of the rice, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do too. I'm going to put some foil over this, then I'm going to put a lid over it, and I'm going to turn up the fire. So right here I put some mixed vegetables inside. So I'm just stirring the mixed vegetables up, and then I'm going to cover it. I'm going to put this foil over it. I'm going to put this foil over it, and I'm going to put a lid over it and let it cook. And then as it needs more liquids, I'll add in some of the broth that I cooked earlier from a previous meal when I cooked the turkey and the goat and the chicken, and I made that broth. I still have that left over. So this is the jollof rice. It's all done. And off camera, because my battery died, I put in corned beef. And all I used was the broth that I had cooked earlier for the goat, the turkey, and the chicken. And it is 1:36 in the a.m. And I've been cooking since I got off work. So I just want to say that I'm not an African. I'm an American. I was born in Mississippi. My parents are from Mississippi. My grandparents are from Mississippi. So if I messed up some of these recipes and didn't do things quite right, it's just because it's not my culture. It's just something that I learned how to do over the years because I have lots of friends from Liberia, Nigeria, Ghana, Somalia, Ethiopia, Jamaica, India, the Caribbean islands, Guyana. So I pick up things here and there from my friends. And I'm going to show you guys some of the things that I prepared for my son. And I hope you like it. If you do, give me a thumbs up. But I've been cooking since I got off work and it's late. And like Erykah Badu said, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm in the kitchen, and I'll call you back. I don't know if she's saying in the kitchen, but I'm in the kitchen, so I'll call you back. I've been up since 6 a.m. on my feet, and I'll call you back. Back. And I'll call you back. Right? When you gotta go, and I'll call you back. As always, grace and peace. Cold as Ice Princess, Minnesota.